Hello, and welcome to Nonna's Kitchen. How are you, Joyce? Hey, Lisa. How is everything going today? Hey, Sandra. Just waiting for a couple of people to pop on. Found something in my pocket. All right. So today is my daughter's birthday. And I am fabulous. Thank you for asking, Joyce. If you don't know me, welcome to Nonna's Kitchen, and I'm Dorothy from Rossville, Georgia. And today is my middle child's birthday, and so I'm making a birthday cake. Now, she doesn't do keto. Hey, Loretta. But I'm still making a keto cake, okay? And I've already had someone ask me to do a version of this cake. They wanted the ding dong cake, but I'm making it a little different today. Hey, Pat. Hey, Kim. And so I had to pre-make some of the stuff in order for me to come to you live. So let me tell you what I've done. So I found, based on the group that I'm in and the ding dong cake that's in the group, this phenomenal product. And these are brownies, but I've made them into my cakes, okay? And so they're there and ready to roll. I followed the directions on the cake, the batter mix, which calls for half a cup of coconut oil, 2 eggs. Use 3 if you wanted it more cakey, which is what I did, and a teaspoon of water. And I did 2 of these packs, 1 for each, okay? So they are cooling and ready. So now, because this has to sit, which is the icing. Hey, Pam. Hey, Tristan. Good, how are y'all today? I don't know if I can say good morning. What time is it? It's 3 o'clock here. Where are you, Tristan, that it's still morning? Hey, Lisa. So I'm going to make the icing, which is just going to be like a chocolate sauce to go over the top, and it'll kind of drip off the sides, but it has to sit while the chocolate melts. So let me start with that. So in my pot, I'm going to add 3/4 heavy whipping cream, what did y'all do this fine day? It was such a pretty day. Guys, there's just a drip or 2 more in this container, and I'm not going to waste it. Oh, yeah. Okay, Tristan, that makes sense. So it's just a tad over 3/4 just because I didn't want to waste the container, what was left. All right, and to that, I'm adding 1/3 cup of the Swerve confectionery sugar. I'm going to turn this on to a medium heat. And we're going to stir for a bit. When this comes up to a boil, just a little boil, not like hard boiling, then I'm going to add 1/3 cup of the Lily's, and I'm going with milk chocolate because I think that'll go over better. Now, personally, I like the dark chocolate, but for what we're doing today, I think the milk chocolate will work. After we make the icing, I'm gonna, instead of doing the cream that typically goes into a ding dong cake, I'm going to do a peanut butter fluff. So essentially, this is chocolate brownie peanut butter covered in chocolate. It's a Reese's cup in my mind. So I think that my group will love it. Hey, Lisa, you know, the muscles do need to recoup every now and then. You've got to make sure that you give yourself that opportunity to recuperate in between. So it's all right. You'll be back at it tomorrow. I have no doubt. You are amazing, and my want to be. I want to get to where I can do that walking too. I would love it. Hey Lauren, how are you? We are making a version of a recipe that's in the group. I've kind of combined two recipes in the group. There's a pumpkin fluff recipe, and my friend Julie Jackson did I went to visit her and take her the sorbet. Oh, I should have done a tasting with her live, and I didn't think about it. But we got together this morning, oohed and awed over her beautiful new grandbaby, and then she shared with me her pumpkin fluff, which was the peanut butter pumpkin fluff, and so I decided that this would be a great present for my daughter Mandy. Hey Tina, how are you? I'm making a peanut butter ding dong cake for Mandy's birthday today. Lisa, I would love nothing more but to join you. I don't know when that'll be, girl, because I can barely. Yesterday, I drove to Pine Mountain, Georgia to take my grandson to the safari. And by the time we got there, I was in quite a bit of pain just driving, putting the pressure on the gas pedal. And then we rode in a car. I didn't drive that. My sister did. And so then at that point, we walked a very short path around the walking zoo part. And by the time we got home last night, I could hardly walk. And then this morning, it took me about 2 hours to be able to take steps. It was pretty hard today. But that's okay. I'm back to moving. All right, guys, we got a little boil going here. Just double checking it. I want it to be at the right consistency. It's just right at the edge, so I kind of think, there it goes. It's boiling in the middle. So I want to add 1/3 of a cup of the lilies. Ooh, I'm dropping them everywhere. Into that. And I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, and I'm taking it off the heat. And I'm going to set it over to the side, hopefully not where it's blowing smoke in your face. Hey Angie, hey Pat, and hello Mark. Okay guys, we are making the pumpkin fluff for our cake. Well, the recipe didn't call for quite as much as I'm doing, but I thought my husband might like it, the extra pumpkin fluff later, or somebody might add like extra pumpkin fluff on the cake. So I doubled the recipe that is in the group. Again, if you would, hey Nancy, if you would like these recipes, you have to be a friend of mine on Facebook, so please send me a Facebook friend request and tell me in a private message that you would like to be in the group. So, for the pumpkin fluff, it's pretty simple, but I do have 2 mixers going. So in the first mixer, I am going to add 8 ounces of cream cheese. It has been softening. I'm adding 1 cup of the Swerve confectionery sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and of course you heard me, it's peanut butter, so I need 1/2 cup of peanut butter. We use the non-sugar, all-natural peanut butter around here. So I'm putting that into my KitchenAid. because it could be mixing while I'm working on the other. Okay. So there we have that. And I'm going to lift that and turn it on. And I have it on number 2. So it's not super high speed, but just mixing that in together. Meanwhile, I'm going to take 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, and I want to double its size. I want it to kind of have some thickness to it. And this is probably going to splatter in this bowl. Hang on, guys. It's going to get loud. So, guys, if you are catching me live, you'll see the live in the corner. You'll put a 1 in the comments and tell me where you're coming from. I always love to see that. And then, if you are catching me new for the first time, tell me new. If you're catching me and the live is not in this comment, it's hashtag replay. And again, tell me where you're coming from. I love it. And if you get value out of any of my cooking, please share it out. It's amazing how many people have asked me questions over your shares because they're trying to learn this new keto lifestyle also. And I think people are intimidated, and I want to show them that it's not intimidating to eat keto, even when you're having a great celebration. I'm making a ding-dong cake, but I'm making it with a peanut butter fluff. Alright guys, let me show you this. This is really thick. You can see that? Because I want to incorporate that in with the peanut butter. Let me get rid of these. Off room. I tell y'all all the time, I 100%, if you've ever been in my kitchen, you will know how much I adore my kitchen. But when I designed my kitchen, I did not know that I would be going live, or I probably would have designed it just a little bit different. I would have probably opened up a wall just so I could put a camera on the other side and give you guys more space. But since I didn't, and I've been here 12 years, I still love my kitchen. So I have to just kind of plan how I'm going to show you things. So it's just a straight shot on both sides. I'm going to have counter space on both sides. You have actually seen both sides of this counter. And then on the other side of my kitchen is my sink and the rest of the countertop. So I really don't do a whole lot over there. Washing dishes and cooking my, making my coffee. Alright, let me show you this pumpkin fluff. Not pumpkin, I keep saying pumpkin. Peanut butter. I must be needing some pumpkin in my life. So here's the part of the peanut butter, and we're going to fold in the cream into the peanut butter. Again, I have never made this. I have to wonder if I couldn't have just mixed it all in a different order so that it was all in my mixture at once. Don't know. But since it was the first time I'm trying the recipe, I thought I'd follow the recipe, other than I doubled it. So, and this, Zayna, is a peanut butter fluff that is going to go in between 2 brownie cakes, which you'll see in a minute. And then that is going to go in with a chocolate sauce. And we're gonna look at that chocolate sauce in just a minute. Just wanna get this all combined. It's harder. That peanut butter was pretty thick, so this is harder than I thought it was gonna be based on the directions. I probably could have left it in my KitchenAid and let the KitchenAid do the work. All right, looks good. I say that every time, guys, and I'm not a peanut butter fan, so I can do peanut butter, but it's not like, oh, let me have some peanut butter. My husband is like, oh, let me have peanut butter. He would eat peanut butter all his life, like every meal. All right, guys, there is the peanut butter fluff. Let me set that over to the side and remove these so we can icing it. All right, so back over here, let's see what we got. That is very liquidy. Kind of thought it was going to be a little thicker, and it may be after it cools a little more. This is way too liquidy for me to add on top of the cake right this second, unless I was doing it in a drip pan. But then how am I going to transfer the cakes? Well, maybe by the time we get finished with our cakes, it'll be a little thicker. We'll see. All right. Just gonna put this directly on my cake pan. Taking my first brownie. Trying to decide how I want to do it. If I was going to get fancy, I could put it in a bag and pop it. But I think I'm just going to put it in there. And see how it does. I'm going to spread that out. I want to have plenty of filling, but I don't want it to just ooze out the sides. I don't mind it coming out the sides, but I don't want it to ooze out the sides. So let's see. So I've put about half of the mixture from that. So if you were doing the recipe, half the recipe that's in for the pumpkin fluff, if you only did that, that would suffice for the center. How's it looking so far? Where did I find the cake mix? Just online. I typed in this, the brand. This is the brand of my monk fruit that I use. And it comes up to its own website. And so I purchased a couple of them. I've used these for chawaffles. My husband loves them in chawaffles. And so they make a good little side treat. I will absolutely tag you on the different recipes, Zana. This is not my recipe, neither one of them. So I took the cakes off of somebody else's, but they're just this with this recipe on the back. So that's the cake. The chocolate icing here is off of the Ding Dong Cake recipe, so I'm happy to tag you on that recipe. The pumpkin fluff is somebody else's recipe. So I can tag you on both of those recipes, but if you're in the group, it's hashtag ding dong cake and hashtag pumpkin mousse, I think is what she calls it. Pumpkin. Not pumpkin, Dorothy. Not pumpkin. Peanut butter. Peanut butter. Get this in my head. I don't know why I'm stuck on pumpkin today. Does one bag make one? Yes. So I took 2 bags to make 2 of these. 1 in each. But if you're one person, so I have quite a few people. My daughter is a family of 4. We're a family of 2. My girlfriend who eats with us every night. So we're up to 7. If my other grandkids swing by, I could have 10 people here. So that's pretty typical around here when my daughter comes in. All right, so I'm taking the other and I'm just placing it on top. Can you see? Okay, that's what it looks like. Now I am going to push down on it just a little because I want it to be stable. And as you can see, my fluff is thick enough where it's not going to ooze out the sides. So I think the trick is to make sure that it's thick enough to handle that. Now I'm going to get a paper towel and wipe off some of my crumbs, because I'm looking at this chocolate and I know it's going to run, and I'm okay with it running. I just was hoping it was just a little thicker, but that's okay. Next time I may do something just a little differently just to thicken it up. Probably add more chocolate, could add cream cheese, but this is the first time. Yes, I purchased it online, not in a store. I seriously just typed in the Lankinto, and this is the website. Whatever the website comes up, it is this company's, and so I've ordered this version of the confectionery sugar. I've ordered the monk fruit granular and brown from them, as well as the brownie mix. So just type that in and you can get that. So online, I really want to show you how super liquidy this is. So I am a little concerned about the liquidy. This kind of reminds me of just chocolate milk, really. So look. So I am a little concerned. That is very liquidy. If I put this on this cake right this second, it is going to pour off. In my mind, it's going to just pour off and not be what I thought it was, but it is supposed to be kind of like a glaze. So I guess that's what the intent was behind the recipe. But I'm going to do a little bit of it, and if I don't like the way it's working with it, then I'll do a backup plan. So we'll see. Can you see what I'm doing? Okay, guys. That eye is hot, so I can't put that there. So I hope you can see. I'm just spooning it on because like I said, I'm concerned with how liquidy it is. And that's not what I anticipated based on the recipe. But I think, it's thicker than it was when I stirred it with the chocolate in it. And it is very smooth. Alright guys, I'm going to be brave. Mainly because I want it to stay smooth. I am going to let it run off the sides. And then I'm just going to stick it in the refrigerator downstairs till after dinner tonight. And then I'll post a finished picture. Alright, let me get a little chocolate drip off. And I'm not going to tilt this because this liquid is going to go everywhere if I do. But I do want you to see how pretty the top of this is. It does make that really pretty color, cleary, shiny chocolate top. And I do have extra in the pot if it thickens up. And what I plan on doing is sticking this in my refrigerator downstairs, just like this. And there you have it, a peanut butter ding dong chocolate glazed brownie birthday cake. What do you think? How do you think it's gonna taste? Pretty close to a Reese's Cup brownie cake? I don't know, we'll see tonight. I will try to come back on and do a live tasting when the family gets here. If somebody will come on and taste it for me, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see who we can drum up to do that tasting for you guys. But once this has chilled, I will take a picture and post it at the bottom here. Guys, please, 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 again, if you, Arisha, you catch me right at the end. Guys, if you want to catch me when I start, tap on my face and turn on the notifications. If you're in a hashtag replay and you want the notifications right up here, there'll be 3 little dots. Click on those dots and turn on the notifications so that you can catch me at the beginning. Arisha, we just finished a ding dong cake, but my version where I've added 2 recipes in the group I'm in. So I made a pumpkin fluff, which looks like this. And you could add, even to the pumpkin fluff, you could just dump in some of the Lily's chocolate chips with that, guys, and just have it like that. Just some chocolate chips with the pumpkin fluff. Hey, Becky, we just finished up what we were doing today, so catch it on the replay. Guys, you have an amazing day. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen. You are always welcome in Nonna's kitchen. Bye, guys. Did I say pumpkin again? Zana, keep me straight, girl. Peanut butter. Peanut butter fluff. Not pumpkin, people. Peanut butter. Thank you guys for keeping me straight because obviously Nonna wants pumpkin. Bye.